Yep, here we go. Dragonite compact.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing my police countermeasure system. I don't want to expose myself and make any of this illegal, so in order to protect everyone, I'm going to not really show my location much. There's a car driving by. I really don't want laser jammers to be illegal in a lot of the states. They're already illegal in some states. I know in Texas, some guy was driving around showing off his laser jammers, and then the police found his video, and then they outlawed laser jammers, and I don't want that where I live. I'm not gonna mention anything in this video. But yeah, I have my Uniden R4 on the inside. So my Uniden R4 is gonna be mounted up top. I do have it hardwired directly into the mirror, which honestly was one of my favorite things doing to this car. One of the most easiest things I did. It literally it's a probe. You just stick that into the mirror. You plug it into the R4. Make sure you have the correct mirror tap kit specific for your radar detector. The wires is different. Some of the wiring is different on some of the other, Escort and some of the other detectors. But the Uniden R4, I absolutely love. It has been great, absolutely amazing. I do wish I had directional arrows, but I do have the option for the Uniden laser jammers. So I went with the R4 instead of the R7, and it also has Bluetooth support for helping out your community. I don't have an Android, so unfortunately I can't really have community shared alerts just yet. Some of the apps are in development right now, but overall, great radar detector. Next is the TMG system, which comes with the laser tester. Every once in a while, I'll just hold it up to the heads, make sure each head is firing as it should. For power for my TMG system, we are using the 12-volt cigarette lighter, ran through here, then to my CPU. Man, there's a lot of sirens and stuff going on right now. Apologize for that. Jam to gun set to 4 seconds, or my auto sleep mode, TMG calls it. So basically it'll jam for 4 seconds and then it will disarm itself. You want to get to it quicker, but in the event that I'm unable to respond as quickly or something, maybe, that extra second will help me out. Then the wires are ran through up here. This is my, don't worry about this wire. Some of these wires, oh yeah, look at all these wiring. I was able to stuff it away. I want to fix that actually, because this should not be dangling up there. I tried to fix it the one time. It's actually not touching the steering column, but wiring goes through the firewall, then to the heads themselves, which I will show you now. So it was really hard getting these heads to actually cooperate with me, especially on a complicated grill like this. They do fit. The heads do fit in between here, but there's nothing behind them to support the heads. So they were, they could tilt up and down, and I didn't have any special brackets or anything like that made for this. So I wasn't able to do anything like that. I really, really wanted to put the heads here and here, but that's a little too close. So maybe I was gonna space them out here and here, but I was worried that that wouldn't be, again, supportive enough. There's nothing back here. I have no bracket to mount this stuff to. So I would have to visit a custom shop and have them professionally do this. But I really wanted to have a DIY solution. Speaking of DIY, this is the leveler. So you would attach this to the front like that, and it would stick onto the front, and then you would attach the little bubble gauge to the front of that, and it would kind of show you if it's level or not. You should park your vehicle on a flat level surface when installing this, and holy moly, that bug got like obliterated. Good Lord. Anyways, eventually I will have a 4-head system with 1 head here, 1 head here, so I will have 4 heads in total, or maybe instead of putting them here and here, I'll put them underneath here. That probably would be a better solution, honestly. Being able to support, put it up to here, it's a little bit more supportive, a little more brackets and things for me to stick it to, instead of just out in the open and nothing. I have no 3D printer. I don't know anybody that could even create these special brackets for me. This is all a DIY for me. I know a lot of the Unidens and stuff like that, they have some custom ones. However, I really wanted a DIY solution so everyone at home could do this, because having a professional install it is, I'm already spending, let's say I'm spending $3 grand on the laser jammers themselves, right? Well, guess what? You have to pay another like $1,000 or more in order for this to get installed into your vehicle, and then there's downtime of not having your vehicle. So having an easy solution is very important to me and probably a lot of you out there. Especially if you're watching this video, you're probably going to want to do this yourself. But the question is, how well does it perform? Nothing is going to perform as well as a custom installation, but I want to try to get as close as I can to that. So in this video, we're going to see how well a dual head system performs on a SUV, which they recommend 3 heads. I only have 2 heads, so maybe against some of the easier guns, it'll perform a little better. I've gotten hit with a few Dragon Eyes, not a chance. Not a chance whatsoever with the Dragon Eyes. I'm gonna definitely need more than 2 heads for this. All right, guys, we are inside the vehicle right now. Everything is successfully booted up. For our first test for today, we are going to talk about the KA band, and I'm gonna show you a little bit of my experiences with KA band, which is the most common form of police enforcement or speed enforcement. 90% of the time, you're going to come across some KA band. Most of the time, KA band is going to be a moving vehicle. And there's also a thing called instant on. Basically, they turn it on, they turn it off. They see a vehicle, they turn it on. That way, people with radar detectors don't pick it up. KA band is the only type of speed enforcement that can be used while moving. If they were using laser, they have to be stationary and pointed and holding as steady as they can. It is kind of like a sniper. You're trying to aim and trying to hold that sniper as steady as you can. So with that being said, let's get to some KA band alerts. All right, KA band alert. He's cop right there. State trooper, state trooper. Right there, he's hidden. Wow, this is a first. Feet. I just keep flipping back around here. 4, 6, 5. But Waze is lit up like pretty significantly here. I guess since we're all covered from that, I'm gonna go to Apple Maps.
KA band 34726.
Tried to help this guy out by pointing out that there's a cop, but is he behind me? There we go, right there. .34-7, strong 34-7. I also got him on Waze. How about people? 7. There you go, 34-7.
Red light camera ahead.
Oh, well, red light. Where is he? Oh, there he is, right there in front of us. Yeah, buddy. As always, we report those, guys. He's not slick. You can't even see me right now, but he's not slick. Next up, we're going to be talking about laser. Laser is kind of the common name for it, but it's actually LiDAR. So basically it is infrared lights that are pulsing and being sent out to your vehicle and then reflected back off of your vehicle. So in theory, having a less reflective surface would make it harder for the police to detect it. Usually it takes around half a second for some of the dragon eyes to acquire your speed, which is why it's extremely important to have some sort of jammer system and not just a radar detector, because by the time you're reacting and it's alerting, and if it even alerts and you're reacting to this, it's already too late. They got your speed, so slamming on the brakes is practically useless. If you're in a state that jammers or radar detectors are illegal, slamming on your brakes would be very apparent that you have some sort of police enforcement device. Yet again, maybe they're really close, maybe. So with that being said, let's get to some laser test. It's very unlikely that you're hit with laser, but when you're due, you're screwed. So it's been really hard for me to actually drive around and kind of get hit with laser. I don't have a laser jammer or know anyone that has anyone that has a laser or a LiDAR gun. I don't have that available to me, and if I pick one off of eBay, it's kind of a gamble whether it works or not, and might not be operational correctly. So if there is anyone, I can't really expose my location, but I would love to have a get-together or a shootout in Florida. I would love to have a shootout and kind of test my system, maybe fix a few things, and kind of help and talk to the community.
Yep, motorcycle cop. Got him. Yep. Oh, you're so getting pulled over for that, my guy. Ha, I turned it off. Come on, baby, do it. Yep, there we go.
Laser.
Dragon Eye Compact, Dragon Eye Compact, holy. Dragon Eye Compact, holy crap, that's scary, dude.
Taking a look inside of Google Earth, we can kind of plan this all out, and I can kind of get an exact measurement for you guys. So from where I was hit to the officer, which is line of sight to the officer in feet, that is going to be around 900 feet. Meaning, by the time I slam on the brakes, it's going to be around maybe 600 feet. But it wouldn't have mattered anyway because it was instant punch through. You can see how quickly he got my speed and then started targeting another vehicle. So the laser jammers did not stand a chance whatsoever. And this is one of the supposedly easier Dragon Eye guns to jam. Something like the Dragon Eye full size, I will have 0% chance, and even in this scenario, 0% chance. I will definitely need extra heads here. Okay, we're heading back around for another test to see whether he is gonna hit me with laser or not. I don't know yet, but maybe he's doing KA band on the rear. That way, if he hears something with a Doppler shift, he can quickly switch his attention to the other opposing end of traffic, and then laser some vehicles that way. But he's definitely been reported on Waze. That's for sure. It's getting blown up now. There wasn't a lot of cars earlier, but everyone is quickly reporting him now. Google Maps, I've been reporting on there as well. I like to report on a various amount of platforms. So he's still doing KA band right now, but it seems that it's definitely his rear antenna. Potentially his rear antenna, because usually the signal will be pretty strong right now, but he is off axis, so we're gonna see. Oh, people are saying the cop is not there. Yep, here we go.
Front laser. Close top proximity or auto sleep on.
All right, there you have it. So he's doing laser. I don't know if you guys heard it, but I definitely jammed him. That was jammed a gun for sure. Holy, my heart, bro. My heart's racing. Holy crap. All right, so he's doing KA band for the rear, and then he's doing laser for the front. So he's getting both directions for laser. Here we go.
KA band 3465.
Picking up some speed here. The speed limit is 55 miles per hour. We are about to come in contact with him. See if he hits me with... There we go.
Front laser. Close top proximity or auto sleep on.
He definitely gave me a look as I drove by. Going back to Google Earth here to check the distance, if we measure from this cop car all the way to where I got hit, which was right about here, that calculates to around 600-ish feet. That's very, very close. That just so happened to be where the officer hit me. Whether he was able to see my car at that distance or maybe he wanted to wait until I got closer. The closer you are, the harder it is for a laser jammer to jam. The closer you are, you're really close. The reflections are easier to reflect back, so you need a really good system to jam up this close. I believe a lot of the punch throughs are around 200 to 400 feet with the TMG system, but most of the time you're going to be hit back at like 800 feet, 1,000 feet. All of this is that's very common right there. 1,000 feet is kind of the a lot of the time these test courses people run and set up these group ups to kind of test their laser systems are usually start at about 1,000 feet. Something else I wanted to mention is that Waze is a great app to use. If you are not using it, what are you doing? You guys need to get on Waze. This app, as you're about to see right now where this cop is up ahead, it works amazing. It's like, it's community, your community reports a cop, sometimes they have their radar off, they're not lasering you. Waze is ultimately one of the best ways to find a cop. Like, definitely, you like Waze. If you don't have it, you need to use it alongside your radar detector. It's really amazing. So with all that being said, and all of this evidence that I've collected, I could literally spend days on this, guys. I could spend months on this. But with all of this, I think the takeaway here is that you do not need a whole laser system. You do not need top of the line, state-of-the-art laser jammers. This is pointed way up. Now I think the heat is causing the plastic to point up. That's obviously not what we want. Nobody's shooting a... Oh, all right. See, little things like this is why you should probably get it taken care of by a professional. This is gonna bug the crap out of me, guys. This is gonna bug me so much, and I'm gonna lose sleep because of this. Anyways, guys, I think main takeaway here is I think you guys can get away with Waze and a radar detector, and 99% of the time, I think you guys will be covered. Do you need laser jammers? No. But is it super cool and awesome to see go off when you get hit with it? Yes. I'm already down this rabbit hole, so I'm probably gonna end up getting like my own laser gun, and radar guns, and kind of doing my own testing, because I have a lot of friends who are interested in the same kind of field. They're all like, oh, I got my sports car, but cops, this and that, I'm targeted. I gotta drive a Mustang and they shoot me first. But I think you guys will be covered with this. So I hope you guys found this video entertaining, somewhat informative. Totally not in focus, man. This is really gonna bug me. I gotta walk away before I take all this apart again. And see, guys, I'm just gonna sit here all day. I can't do this. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Oh, and one last thing before the video ends. I have a separate channel called Florida Encounters. Hold up! I got a text message. If my camera will focus. Florida Encounters. Florida, hello? There we go. There'll be a channel called Florida Encounters. I'll put a link in the description below. I used to have a separate YouTube channel. However, I just kind of deleted everything and I just don't use that channel anymore. It was just whatever. So yeah, go check that channel out. I'll be posting all my KA band alerts, laser hits, all that. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop all that stuff there. So this is the real end of the video. All right, peace, guys.